Mystic Spearhand is a versatile vocation. They can move fast across the battlefield and execute foes one by one, or buff the whole party and protect them from taking damage. With the master skill, they can also dish out huge damage. In this video, I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks for this vocation, skills and augments I found effective in my playthrough. Starting with core skills, Redoubted Bow allows you to fire a magical bow that deals no damage, but causes the target to flinch. What's amazing about this skill is the upgrade version, Forbidding Bolt, which allows you to charge before unleashing the magic bow, and stun the target briefly if it connects. You can keep charging this skill when performing other actions such as running and attacking, and giving you a lot of flexibility. But keep in mind that when you're charging Forbidding Bolt, your stamina stops recovering. Quick Thought allows you to instantly teleport to a target that was struck by Forbidding Bolt. This combo makes the Mystic Spearhand so amazing. You can stun a target with a Forbidding Bolt and instantly approach them for an execution finisher, then to the next one, rinse and repeat. This moveset is so powerful, even if you don't use any weapon skills, you can still make a really good Mystic Spearhand. Scattering Bolt disperses Forbidding Bolt after it hits the first target and stuns other targets around the first one. Very effective against enemies that are grouped up. Winding Cut spins your spear and slashes through targets constantly, quite handy against larger enemies. You can activate this skill by rapidly tapping the like attack button. To the weapon skills, we have Dragon's Falling. You rush forward and stab your target, dealing decent damage and closing the distance. You can also activate it when jumping and attacking foes in the air. But in my opinion, the best use of this skill is for the traversing purpose. You can use this skill to get to high ground or some places you weren't allowed to get to. In my last playthrough, I didn't use this skill too much. Most of the time, I was using Forbidding Bow and Quick Thought to swiftly move between foes, but it's a fairly great skill for the Mystic Spearhand. Next is the Searching Storm. You conjure magical balls that track targets automatically, which can be activated while attacking, but not when you're under attack. A little bit disappointed, the damage is not that great. You can add a bit of damage like when performing an execution, I guess, although it can hit the flying targets if you lack the means to do so. Devour of Range allows you to leave a smaller target and throw it at the closest hostile target. It has no effect on larger enemies. But if you are fighting at a corner, you can keep throwing foes into a wall and execute them when they're down. Still, it's not good enough for a great build. Ravenous Horn sucks the target's vitality and replenishes your stamina in a few seconds, and it makes a perfect combo with a Wild Fury, which is your master skill that consumes a lot of your stamina when activated. Wild Fury unleashes a flurry of slashes and magical attacks. You can keep this ability going by pressing the same button and consumes more of your stamina. This skill usually uses up all your stamina for a full set. This is when Ravenous Horn comes in. With only a few clicks, you got your stamina back and able to perform the Wild Fury all over again. You can keep doing this until all the monsters are down. And this is absolutely insane. Hands down, the best combo for the Mystic Spearhand vocation. The Mirror Shield forms a magical barrier around you and your allies, protecting them from taking damage for a short period of time, and this is a definitely busted skill. You can spam this skill in any fight, and your party will never get hurt, especially when you need to counter the dragon's AoE magical spells. Sky Dragon's Fast gives you a bit of dodging capability, and you do more damage with this skill when used right before an enemy hits you. But this ability won't get you out of trouble if you are cornered by foes. This skill could also get you on top of a dragon if your landing position is right. Onto Heaven is a funny skill. Sending foes out of the battle takes a long time to activate, not safe to use, and again, doesn't work on larger foes, which makes it basically useless. Magic Spearhand allows you to blast foes within range. When fully charged, this skill inflicts more damage, but the aiming becomes more unstable the longer you charge. So I suggest you only charge it a few seconds before releasing. This skill can also help you deal with enemies such as phantoms and slimes, which can be hurt by physical damage. Moment's Charge allows you to consume health and stamina to instantly charge Forbidding Bow to maximum. But you can always restore your lost health by using potions or standing in a healing spell. Quite a nice skill if you have a mage in your team. And a fully charged Forbidding Bow stuns the boss much longer than a non-fully charged one. You can stun lock a dragon, prevent it from flying, and buy time for your team to take it down. which is really amazing skill for boss fights. For augments, you can use whatever you have, and most of them just give you a slight boost. It will not make a huge difference. But if you unlock some of the augments from other vocations, I've got a few to recommend. Zeal from Warfarer reduces the stamina cost when performing a weapon skill. Metal increases your physical defense. Fuel enables you to carry additional weight. And the lighter you carry, the faster you recover your stamina. Thus, I also recommend you use the rings that increase your maximum carry weight. As the main character, it's quite easy to get your inventory overloaded. Constancy augments your knockdown resistance. Intrepidity reduces the loss gauge when receiving damage. Endurance increases your maximum stamina. Of course, you can always use what you see fit. For weapons and gear, you can buy most of them from stores in major cities. Just buy the most expensive ones, and you can't go wrong with that. I also recommend you upgrade them as soon as possible. The upgrade style doesn't matter that much, as long as you have the materials. Because after you upgrade your gear 3 times, you unlock the final upgrade with the Dragon Forge, which halves the weight of the gear, which I think is really important because your gear can take up quite a lot of your space. With less weight, you can move faster, recover stamina more quickly, and able to pick up more stuff. You can also make various enchantments here, like improving your skills, and that skill only uses half stamina for 1 day. Consider improving skills like Wild Fury. This will make your fight much easier. When it comes to combat, you can just spam a few combos and choose your way to victory. The one I use for normal fights are Forbidding Bolt, Quick Thoughts, and Heavy Attack. You can charge your Forbidding Bolt outside of combat, shoot a target and stun them, then teleport to the target and execute them with a heavy attack. This moveset can basically one-shot most of the smaller foes, whether they are heavily armed or holding a shield. For boss fights, I suggest using Ravenous Horn and Wild Fury. The Wild Fury deals incredible damage, especially when targeting their weak spots, and when you run out of stamina, use Ravenous Horn to get it back instantly. And you can go on and on with this combo until you're tired of it. You can also spam Moment's Charge to constantly stun the boss, or having a mage restore your health. When you strike a boss with a fully charged bolt, it slows it down for quite a long time. This is so effective against monsters that can fly. You basically lock them in place by spamming this skill. And don't forget to use the Mirror Shield if you have to. This prevents your whole team from taking damage. And if you need to revive a pawn, just pop this skill and pick them up. You never get interrupted. That's pretty much it for this video. If you found it helpful, make sure to give it a like or subscribe if you want to see more Dragon's Dogma 2 content. I'll see you on the next video.